Welcome back to another episode of Crochet Class. In this episode we are talking about the slip stitch. Now this is the universal abbreviation for slip stitch, and this is the symbol you will see for slip stitch. Now a slip stitch, the most common uses for a slip stitch is either for joining for circles, or joining ends, joining pieces, or for relocating. Say you need to, for sizing, or you need to move over to a corner or something like that. So for relocating, you would simply insert your hook, yarn over, and simply draw through the loop that's existing on your hook. Again, insert, yarn over, draw through, and draw directly through the loop on your hook. See if I can get this camera a little bit better for the larger. Okay. Yarn over, draw through, and draw directly through the loop on your hook. Now I've just relocated from the corner several stitches in, and now I would be able to chain up and begin a new row here. I'll get it in a minute, honey. So I would begin my new row here. As such. Okay. Now, if I were wanting to turn this sample swatch, one more, into a tube, or if pretend this was a foundation chain and I was wanting to turn this into a different project, let's say a bottom up hat, where you needed to make the foundation chain and then work up from that in the round instead of in rows, you would make that, and then you would slip stitch to the beginning. This little chain here is wanting to turn. There we go. So you would insert your hook into the beginning, yarn over, and just draw through like that. Oh, I was completely off camera. Dadgummit. I apologize, I wasn't paying attention. So you would just come to the beginning. Insert your hook, draw up a loop or yarn over, and just draw through. Just like that. Where you've just drawn a loop through the beginning to connect the pieces, and then you would chain up however many you need based on the beginning row, or however many your pattern calls for. And you would begin your pattern. That's the most common uses for a slip stitch. So I hope that helps. Another use that is becoming a little bit more common for the slip stitch is having a solid fabric with half double crochets or single crochets, and using your hook through the main fabric like this, and using slip stitches to create designs and lettering through the solid fabric. So it would be a whole fabric of solid single crochets or half double crochets, and then using the slip stitches to create these designs in slip stitches through the whole fabric, which is pretty neat. So that's another use of slip stitches. But the most common use for slip stitches is joining or relocating in most patterns. So, and that's how it's done. It's simply drawing up, inserting, yarning over, drawing up a loop, and then directly through the loop on your hook. That is the slip stitch. All right. We will see you for the next episode of Crochet Class. Thanks.